You know, you had a tractor come out here, smooth everything out, man. And the truckers are like, hey, hold on. I got enough dirt there, man. That's a pretty big foundation. Hold on. We got to raise it up a little bit more. This is okay. We'll get to some more dirt to work with. You guys ever seen that movie? You got Clint Eastwood, man. You know Clint Eastwood, man? You know Clint Eastwood, man. It's like, hey, you know, the Dirty Dozen. Well, you know why it was a Dirty Dozen? Because they only had half the information, man. So they're trying to tell you need a better education system. So it says, man, if we could just, get some stuff down, Well, we got an anteater over here. We got a molehill over here, and then over here we got a groundhog, and then maybe over here we got, you ever seen the movie Chronicles of Riddick? Like some bats in a bat cave hiding underground. So we got to teach them to be like Batman, okay? And over here we got like I don't even know what's behind that hill, That's for next Wednesday. We'll walk over that hill on Wednesday next week, okay? And I remember this one, we got everything in line, We got a bunch of molehills in line trying to get these ducks in a row, man. And you go, man, okay, here we go. And so what we got over here? Well, we got a little more dirt to work with. And I said, well, sometimes when you try to lay a good foundation to build something, a tourism or whatever, they got hoppers, they bring in the dirt, truckers, the dump trucks, they dump everything out, and they go, let's see what we got. I watched a video with the Army Corps of Engineers. They had a bunch of people come in, they had a bunch of bags, and say, hey, you got anything that you can carry, man, just dump it all out. Okay, dump it all out. They said, man, we got so much dirt, going on. We had to bring more and dump more dirt so we can iron it out, He says, okay, well, let's work on it then. He says, well, we're doing this Indian Sign Language stuff, and some of the truckers, they didn't have anything to do because, people didn't understand the Indian Sign Language stuff. So now we're trying to spread the word, I go, wait a minute, you mean that Indian Sign Language stuff? Yeah, Indian Sign Language stuff. International Space Station. Indian Sign Language stuff. Intelligent Sign Language stuff. So we started with the basics, and they go, man, we got all this dirt. We got to wash it off, get it hopped, They get a hopper, same thing, man. Reverse engineer, They said, well, once upon a time I went to a Regal theater, and it was so regal, man. I was like, man, pretty good theater. He says, yeah, but we need stadium seatings. Why we need stadium seatings? Because, man, when they get a load of this new education, man, we're going to need a whole new foundation. So we go up there to Three Oaks, man. We had a Three Oaks over there in Melbourne, man. We're like, man, that's like a Trinity thing. He says, yeah, you ever run one of those jackhammer stuff, man? I says, no, man, I never run a jackhammer before in my life. He goes, well, you want to check it out? I was like, yeah, why not, And the other guys, they weren't really that smart, And they let me hang out with them, though. He says, hey, you really don't want to hang out with these guys, man, but check it out, man. I just want to show you what we're working with. And I was like, okay. So we went in the theater. I got a jackhammer, and we jackhammered the entire foundation up, right? Put a whole new foundation in, okay? And that's like foundations, And then they say, man, you mean you trying to get new foundations? Yeah, man, foundations, right? We jackhammered the whole foundation up, That's called the USA. And we said, we didn't do anything with the foundation, but restructure it, okay? And that's so we could put new foundations in too, and then get investors and investments. And, and then I explained to him, I say, I never done that before. And he says, man, you ever did a hopper thing? I was like, hopper? Well, yeah, man, we got to get tourism, with the cars and the airports. Oh, hoppers. He says, yeah. So what we do is we got to get this dirt ironed out, Get a nice smooth deal. Art of the deal kind of thing, like President Trump say. He means the art of the deal, man. Okay? So once we jackhammer everything up, you kind of lay everything out. We got Barney Rubble from Flintstones, Remember I said something about that? Hey, did you take the red pill because there was a fire, or the blue pill because you're trying to put the fire out. Or you could just take both, man. Purple heart, you know. And we'll try to make it easier on people, okay? So we say, we'll iron everything out with a hopper. You know, flight school, man. You know, educational. And then, hey, we got tourism, or why we're trying to do this and that. And we go, well. So we dump everything out. We got piles of stuff everywhere, man. Piles of stuff. Hey, and this is good dirt too, man. We could be planting stuff in this, you know. But we ain't iron out the details yet, so we're working on it. And I'm gonna go, well, you know. So you jackhammer it up. We got piles of stuff everywhere. And then we gotta reconstruct it, you know, like forming, you know, clay. You know, we got fresh clay, you know, to just form into something, okay? And then we gotta have a planning phase, you know. And you go, that's brainstorming. So then we go, well, you know, while we're all brainstorming, okay, that's called, you gotta have a hypothesis. And they go, what's a hypothesis? Well, when you've got an experiment, you know, a scientific experiment, okay, that's experimental science. You get an S and an E, you see? And they go, oh, you mean for the Spanish South Americans? Yeah, man. And then you get E for English for, you know, the environment of the United States. And you go, oh, that's America? United States of America, man. And they say, oh, the ES. ES, we can do it, but we just got to iron out this stuff, you know? He says, man, oh, so you mean, yeah, a super experiment. You got to have a hypothesis, you know, and you make a planning stage and you go, oh, scientific experiment. What a wonderful idea. I'm going to go, educational science, okay? Then we go, well, if we got educational science and people can't understand it, maybe we'll give them a sign language, you know? And they go, oh, a sign language. Yeah, man, like a trinity, you know? Like a trident, you know? Trident and C, you know? And they go, oh, okay. Now, this is like an international language people can understand. It's an international American, you know? American Indian, you know? And they go, oh, wow, you know? Well, we didn't know that. Well, we says, you know, we got all these birds that need a place to stay, just like we got all these people that need a place to stay. So maybe we'll do a flight school with the birds and the World Wide Web, and a spider will help you out, man. Okay? So we get all the dirt in line for good education, okay? And if we get the right angle, you know, when those pilots are flying from the airport, okay, they're flying over this little field right here, and they see all these little dirt mounds in a row. They go, man, what's going on over there? I was like, well, you know, some of these student pilots, when they fly, they go, man, who is over there trying to connect dots or something? It looks like a big L, but it's kind of malformed or something. And then we go, well, you got ground school and you got flight school, you know? Ground school and angel school. So the guy's on the ground like, man, what's going on over here? I got to get up here and look at this. And they go, well, it looks like a craziness right now. But, you know, I mean, you get a synchronized truckers working, then you get supply lines going, right? And then you get synchronized dump trucks working where they're like, oh, a landfill. So they take all the trash, you know, to the landfill, right? But if you had synchronized, you know, dump trucks, taking it to where, you know, if people recycle or sort the stuff like they're supposed to, then they take it out there and they got, fertilizer stuff, and don't have a bunch of trash and landfill all in one place to destroying everything where stuff is growing, man. So we go, and you could use that, and that's called recycling, you know? That's an ecological system too. And they go, man, I didn't think of that. It says, well, if you get all your ducks in a row, it's like having a pitcher's mound, you know? How many pitches do you need? It was here's a one business deal. There's another business deal. There's another business deal. Hey, look at that pitcher's mound over there pitching another deal. Hey, we got a guy over here starting to get a good education, hey? Hey, 22. There's 22 ideas. I wonder if they got 22 mounds out here, man. Hold on. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm standing on the fifth one in. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the 5 books of the Bible. That's like I'm making good deals everywhere, you know? So we got 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? Now, I'm standing across the divide, man. Look, I got 5 hills here, 5 hills there, you know? And look, we got a marker there and a marker there. We go, man, that's the 10 commandments, okay? 5 books of the Bible. And hey, 5 fingers of your hand if you want to reach out and shake on it, you know? And it says, okay, so we got a 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Was that 34? Well, let's count again and make sure. A 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. No, I missed one. 28, 29, 30, 1, 32, a little hill, 33, 34, 35, 36. It was actually 36. Okay? Now, that's the Trinity, man. You know, the threat and seeking, man. Well, whoa, man, when those pilots fly over, you think maybe next time they'll flatten this thing out and they'll put dirt mounds up and maybe it'll look like a big anchor, like a big T for like Titans, or maybe it'll look like a big L, you know? So when the kids, they fly up and they're getting pilot license and they're trying to get their flight school, they fly up, man, what's all that? Because I don't know. Maybe those local dump truck drivers, man, are getting crazy or something. They're trying to connect the dots or something. What's it look like to you? And they'll go, it looks like an L. He goes, what's that mean? He goes, man, that must be law or something. I don't know. And he says, oh, maybe it looks like a B. Oh, that looks like some kind of business, you know, trying to build something, you know. All kind of crazy stuff, man. And then eventually, you know, they'll do something here and go, man, that's pretty cool, you know. You never know, you know. Sometimes they just have a construction site next to an airport, man, to do crazy stuff like that. And maybe they'll fly over and says, hey, you're not alone, man. And I go, what is that? And well, maybe they fly over one day and they see a big C. It's like, hey, did you copy that? And the pilot goes, man, what are you talking about? He says, well, I wasn't talking to the tower, man. I was talking to you. Look over there. You see the big sea? Man, it must be a big ocean over there. You know, they got the Navy flight airport over here, you know, the naval station. Yeah, you know, you fly over that. And I says, where? And he says, well, you don't see it? He says, okay, I tell you what, when we come back around, hey, did you see it this time? Hey, did you copy that? You know, little jokes and stuff, you know, kind of funny, you know, right?